What's good, peeps? It's your boy Eduard Todor. This is a response video to the video I did exposing magicians yesterday in yesterday's video. Now, it's interesting reading you guys' comments. A lot of you guys basically agreed with me. A lot of you guys kind of were on the same page, but there were some people that disagreed. So I want to address some of these points because there were a lot of points brought up, and I love discussing this type of stuff. So yeah, now before we get into it, let me just say that I was in no way necessarily saying that Jabrizi and Rick Lax and Paul Vu or whoever the other guy was are bad magicians. I never said that. I never said that they were bad. In fact, I think Rick Lax is a very great creator, and his performance of Fool Us was really, really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Apart from the fact that I think I didn't really get the plot of it. But anyway, he has good stage presence. So I was purely talking about their business sense, the fishiness that went on when he defended Jabrizi and things of that nature. So now that that's cleared up, let's get into the first comment. Now this one's probably the most opinionated out of all the ones that didn't agree with me. Here we go. Absolute nonsense. Why do you card jockeys hate on magicians who are way more successful than you? Jabrizi is way more successful than you losers. He has sold out shows and he's better than you. Eduard, you spelled it wrong. You and Chris Ramsay aren't really magicians. You're amateur card jockeys. What in the hell is a card jockey? You jealous losers need to get a life. Oh, and I'm a magician also. Stick to doing you card routines, buddy. Well, if you're a magician and you're disrespecting one of the fundamental close-up magic, close-up magic styles or genres, right? Card magic is one of the most, if not the most popular close-up magic genre of magic. So to disrespect such a big genre and say that, Chris Ramsay, I mean, I don't care what you said about me, but to say that Chris Ramsay's an amateur card jockey, what's a card jockey? I don't know, you're making shit up. Yeah, man, I mean, you're just a fanboy. Let's get that straight. He goes on to say, I know Jabrizi personally. Well, there we go. That's probably why you're biased. Eduard and Chris Ramsay are not magicians. Where are you getting this from? I see guys like these two all the time on YouTube talking shit about David Blaine, David Copperfield, Dynamo, and many other good magicians. You named the three most popular magicians, probably the only ones that you know. Literally, do you know anyone else like David Blaine, David Copperfield, Dynamo? Are you really a magician? I mean, come on, dude. Listen, man. Listen.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Nibu.
Alright, and another person says, I love Rick Lax. Everyone are just bullying him, acting like jerks, mocking him about the lock it in thing. He's a great magician and he's created good magic. I'm not going to deny that. But I still can't understand why he defended Jabrizi. Jabrizi is a jerk. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're going to put shit out on the internet, people have the right to mock you. People mock me for my reaction channels. I'm going to mock Rick Lax about the lock it in, right? It's ridiculous. I mean, let's get it. Lock it in to like it's a marketing scam. Not a scam. It's a gimmick, right? A marketing gimmick. And if you know me, I love marketing. So on some level, I like it. But at the same time, it's silly. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's very silly. But yeah, I definitely agree. Rick Lax, he's a really good magician. Live, the performances I've seen of him, he's a really good creator, very creative dude. Yeah. Now, this comment comes from John Spade, who's actually a long-time viewer. I've seen his comments around. I'm kind of disappointed that you don't see the problem with people faking reactions, the real problem. Because you say, why do you care, Eduard? Shouldn't you watch for the trick? If the trick is bad, then that is different. But if they fake the reaction, why care? Are you watching to see the reactions or to see the magic, dude? I think it is dumb, but you full of judgment for guys just working on their grind. Now here is where I disagree. All right. Let's kind of compare this, right? If you're gonna say that we're just watching it for the skill involved, then do tricks for the camera. Just show me tricks to the camera, right? Just get Jabrizi on camera to do sleight of hand magic, and I don't have a problem. Okay, when you take this setting and you put it in a social setting, you're basically telling the spectators or the people watching the video, this is what my live magic looks like. This is how I control the audience. This is how I do audience interaction. This is how I, basically engage with the audience. This is what it's like to be part of a live magic show from me. That's what you're saying when you're showing a video of you performing to people live. And to fake a reaction is basically just lying about your ability to interact with your audience. It's all scripted. It's all fake, right? That's like saying, well, if boxing matches are rigged, okay, but there's still really good boxing techniques and really, really good sharp form, everyone's throwing left hooks, picture perfect and everything. What? Who cares if they're rigged? And who cares if there's a predetermined winner? I don't care. Listen, I have no problem with wrestling. I have no problem with WWE, fake wrestling, right? Because everyone knows it's fake, right? So if Jabrizi comes out and he's like, yo, this is my fake magic special. All the reaction, everything's acted, everything's scripted. Come and watch if you want. I have no problem with that. People know what to expect. But non-magicians have no clue. So they go to these videos, they watch them, they think that that's exactly what they would see if they would be there. And it's just disingenuous. It's just absolutely... And no one else can call them out because no one understands what they're doing. No one understands. No non-magician will understand. Oh, this is a fake reaction. This is So it's our job as magicians to call that shit out. And I'm not gonna stand by it. I'm not gonna stand and do nothing while people like that are just getting away with it. I don't have a huge platform, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna use it and say what I want to say about this topic. So let's get into the next one. Honestly, I'm in the gray area with the whole faking reactions. I mean, it's all WWE, right? It's all fake, but some people like it. Now, everyone knows that is fake, right? That's the difference here. Whereas non-magicians, they click on Jabrizi's videos, they click on the other dude, and they think that that's real. They think that that's a legitimate reaction. They think it's a legitimate performance, and it's not. So it's not like the WWE in any way. It's more akin to how boxing matches used to be fixed, or they probably still are, and the whole betting thing around that. If you even know much about the illegal fights and stuff, there was a lot of that going on in the DL. To be honest, I don't care. Is it moral? Of course not. But if you say I'm after money and I'm ready to crush anything, other people, or sincerity, I'm a piece of shit, or go F yourself, I'm okay with it. If you're claiming mastery in magic, then it's a problem. I see what you're saying, although I still don't think it's okay. I mean, if you want to be a piece of shit, that's fine. But I get the I still have the right to call you out on it. You know what I mean? If you just want to make money and not give a shit about people, which is what Rick Lax is doing, and fake it, like, oh yeah, Jabrizi's fine. You don't understand the new generation. No, dude, no, he's not fine. He's blatantly lying to people and then claiming to be the best magician, which is what you're talking about here. Now you say the elephant in the room is called the camera. Is it okay to use camera angles to perform? Take them to your advantage. Although you know for sure you can't perform the same trick live in no situation. What about that? You didn't cut, use CGI or anything, but you did force one single perspective, and there is, let's just say, 1 degree tolerance. People will say it's okay because it's magic for media, not for doing live. And that is the difference. I've heard Xavier Spade say it. It's all shady stuff, and I'm a damn purist. I don't use any gimmicks, only regular coins, cards, etc. And what about Shin Lim's gimmick abuse? Dark arts, slippery terrain. That's an interesting debate. That's an interesting discussion right there. Because I do not think... First of all, if you're doing magic for the camera, which is right here, if you get really, really good at the angles, you could do it for a single spectator that's sitting down in front of you, okay? And I 100% believe that. So I don't think that there's camera tricks that you can't do live. Camera magic. You just need to get better at it. That's my experience. Well, that's at least my opinion. Now, I know what you're saying, because a lot of the magic that people are doing nowadays, even I've done kind of some stuff that I would not perform live. I would do it in front of the camera. But what you have to understand is that I'm not lying to the audience about it. I'm not saying this is. I don't have people around me surrounded and then doing it to the camera and then having people react as if they can't see anything. That's the difference. I'm not saying that I can do this live. I'm saying, look at something really cool, an optical illusion I can do from this angle in front of the camera. And I've actually mentioned in videos, I've actually said, this is something that I wouldn't perform, or I'd do this differently in real life, but the camera makes it better. I've actually said this in my previous videos. Well, at least 1 or 2, I don't remember exactly where, but I've definitely said it. So, I don't think it's dishonest to do things that are very angle sensitive in front of the camera. It shows a lot of skill, and people are kind of like, whoa, how did that happen? And it's but they know it's an angle thing, right? Especially, you know, when you see me looking in the screen, you can kind of tell. And there's a lot of those things that if I practice more, which I don't, because I find it's kind of a waste of time, because you often don't just have one spectator, you know, you have lots. So I like to do things that I can do surrounded, but if you practice a lot for that one specific thing, you can actually get it pretty good. Now, you were saying here about no gimmicks. Now, gimmicks is a different thing. I personally don't use many gimmicks. I own a few, but I don't really use them. But I don't really have a problem with people that do. I think there's a difference if you're considered a sleight of hand artist, and that's what you're pitching yourself as. I think you could be, you know, you could have the whole pitch of, oh no, I don't use any gimmicks. Or the whole, you know, that could be your thing, which is kind of what I'm doing currently, but I don't know if I want to keep doing that. And then you can basically just tell the spectators, I don't use anything, these are completely normal, you know, and you can be as fair as you want. But in magic, you know, stage magic, any sort of magic, there's going to be gimmicks, there's going to be props, there's going to be things that the spectators don't know about. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, as long as, you know, the spectators feel like, you know, for example, if you have a trick deck and you give them a normal deck, they inspect it, and when you get it back, you switch it out. They felt like they looked through the pack, and to them that's a whole mystery. It's not like they, you know, there's still a mystery there, and you're just using different tools and different methods. So I don't think gimmicks are necessarily a problem. I just think, you know, if you're comfortable with them, if you're not comfortable with them, it's up to you. It's kind of up to your discretion. And a lot of people use gimmicks, and they just focus a lot on performance, which I think is a very good way to entertain. So I have no issues with it. I have absolutely no issues with gimmicks, even though I myself, you could consider a purist in the sense that I don't perform any gimmicks in any of my professional routines. So at least not now or yet, you know, maybe in the future. But yeah, that seems to be about it. Now I'm going to leave you guys with this question that I might address in the next video or at some point down the line. What do you guys think of instant stooges? Right? Is it alright? Is it not alright? What do you think? I have a pretty good idea about what I believe about this. I definitely don't agree with stooging as a main thing, like having actors that pretend they're like picking a card and that was their card and whatever. But instant stooges are things that, you know, ways to collaborate with a spectator on the spot without anyone else knowing. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that's legit? Do you guys think that's okay? What do you guys think in terms of like the, you know, the morality of magic, or whatever you guys want to talk about? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see your responses. And that's about it from me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. I do daily videos. Follow me on all social media platforms. And as always, mad respect, much love, stay lit, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!